Hello everyone, I'm Jade. Welcome to the channel, and this review is nearly 6 years in the making. Welcome to the official Teen Wolf the Movie non-spoiler review. I cannot believe we are finally here. I cannot believe I'm finally saying those words, but we are here. Welcome to the non-spoiler review. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. I'm just going to hop right in because this is not going to be short. This non-spoiler review is going to be quick. I'm just going to talk about my thoughts overall on the film. I'm going to give you guys some pros and some cons and how you should manage expectations before going into this movie based on all the feedback I see so far. So without further ado, let's head into the review. All right, so to start off first, I want to talk about the expectations, since this movie has clearly, from what I've seen online at least, I'm not going to talk about the Teen Wolf fans who don't participate in the fandom online. I am 100% confident when I say this movie has split the fandom in two, and you're either going to love this movie or hate this movie. Now, why do I say that? That all comes down to how you as an individual, and heavy emphasis on you, enjoy Teen Wolf as a whole, right? So like for me, I enjoy the characters and the lore. That's why I watch Teen Wolf. I'm not in it for the ships. I'm not in it for the relationships. I can care less. As long as you give me my characters I love and you give me some good lore to go off of, you know, because I'm a big lore guy. I love lore in comics, television series, whatnot, novels, and just any form of medium, right? I am good to go. So on that aspect, I got everything I wanted from Teen Wolf the movie. But you as an individual can be completely different with your expectations than me, right? You could be a Teen Wolf fan who's watching the series for styles, for instance. You can be watching the series for the ships and the relationships. You can be watching the series just because it helped you get through a certain period in your life and you just have a strong attachment to this series like I do, right? So everybody's expectations are going to be completely different from one another, right? So I think when going into the movie, I would say if you already had your expectations high or low a certain way, keep them like that, but go in knowing that depending on the type of fan you are and why you watch the show, you may either love this movie, think it's just okay, like I've seen some people say, but not that many, or be on the downer end, which is you completely despise this movie and consider it to be one of the worst things Teen Wolf ever did. That is the expectations portion. Now, next I want to talk about performances. In my opinion, and I've had a couple of talks about this with some of my family members and friends outside of YouTube, in my opinion, I think the best performance is Crystal Reed as Allison Argent. She absolutely stole the show. This movie gave us, without a doubt, the best Allison Argent performance we've ever seen. I'm talking about better than season 1, 2, and 3. Movie Allison is the definitive version of her character. And Crystal Reed absolutely knocked it out of the park, which is crazy, seeing that she hasn't played this character in nearly 10 years. So there's that. That's all I'm gonna say about Allison for performances. Holland Roden was fantastic as Lydia Martin. What happens with her story, no spoilers, might genuinely piss you off, but you may actually kind of be happy depending on what your expectations are for Lydia. I'll leave her there. But I did enjoy Holland Roden in this film. Shelley Hennig, she was fantastic. Classic Malia, still funny. You could tell all the actors have gotten better at acting over the years, right? Crystal's gotten better, Holland's gotten better, Shelley's gotten better. A couple of other standouts I'm gonna get to after I talk about Malia, but Malia was very good in the movie. I love Malia. She was funny as hell, and she was just overall fantastic. It felt like Shelley never left the role. She just eased back in like fine wine. Next, I'm gonna talk about Derek. Derek was very good in the film. It was awesome seeing him play a dad. It felt very much like the clips I've seen from Superman and Lois where he's kind of being a parent. So you can kind of call Derek like Soup Derek or something, like Superman Derek, whatever you want to call him. But he felt very much like his Clark Kent from Superman and Lois. It's very good because I like Superman and Lois from the clips I've seen. I haven't seen the actual show, but from the clips I've seen, the show seems pretty good, and I like Tyler Hoechlin as Superman. So there's Derek. Tyler freaking Posey as Scott McCall blew me away. This is the best performance I've ever seen from Tyler Posey in anything. He absolutely acted his ass off here. I was so proud of just the amount of depth he gave Scott's character in this movie, and how much Scott McCall has changed, because he's changed a lot, but still at heart is the same Scott we know from season 1, 2, and 3. This is the best performance I've ever seen from Scott, or not Scott, but Tyler Posey as Scott, right? So this movie, in my opinion, Tyler Posey gives his definitive performance to Scott McCall. It's better than season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So there's that. There's Posey. And then the last two I want to cover for the standouts in the film are, of course, Colton Haynes, Jackson Whittemore. Awesome seeing him again and seeing him finally interact with characters we've never got to see him interact with before, and interact with characters he hasn't interacted with in a very long time, such as Scott McCall, Malia, Derek, Eli. Awesome seeing that. Love seeing that those interactions. And Colton Haynes was pretty much the comedic relief of the film. He was very funny. Like, a lot of the scenes are laugh out loud funny with him. Very hilarious. Also, I want to give a shout out to the final actor, who I think gave one of the best standout performances in the film, and that is Vince Mattis. Vince Mattis, all the reviews you have seen for Teen Wolf the movie are nonsense. Calling him a bad actor, saying he's the worst actor people have ever seen. It's absolute nonsense. These people, they don't know what they're talking about. They're kind of dumb if you ask me. Vince Mattis was very good in the role of Eli Hale. I was very surprised by his performance, and I'm blown away. They set him up pretty well. I wouldn't call this a spoiler because they kind of hint at it in the trailers. They kind of set him up taking the torch from Scott very well, which is cool. And I'll just say that after the ending of the film, should they come back with a sequel show to Teen Wolf, I will be very happy if Vince Mattis is the main character, because Eli Hale was a very good character, and I know a lot of people have agreed with me on this in my Discord and in my YouTube comments all day as well as I'm recording this. So a lot of people love Vince Mattis as Eli Hale, which is a very good thing, because they set him up to take over the franchise moving forward, like I predicted so many months ago. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is, of course, my rating and just the overall story. I thought the film, for the production time they had, because we all know was rushed. We all know they just announced the film, and then 3 months later, they started filming, and then the whole production was a mess from the get-go. But for what they were able to do with that small time, and for how messed up the production was, thank you, Paramount, they still did a phenomenal job, in my opinion. So I'll leave it at that. The story was decent, not as good as some of the other seasons, still pretty decent if you ask me. And then last but not least, I'm gonna give my rating. If I had to rate this film upon first watch, which I've already seen the film, clearly I'm doing my review, I will give this movie a 9 out of 10 minimum. At the minimum, a 9 out of 10. Now, upon subsequent rewatches, it could either go down, stay the same, or go up. I'm planning on watching this film a couple of more times before my trial for Paramount Plus ends, probably maybe 3 or 4 more times. And then I probably won't watch it a while, because I don't want to get burnt out by watching it over and over again. There's that. There's my review. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys leave a like. Also, make sure you guys comment down below your opinions. And by the way, when I give it a 9 out of 10, it's not me shilling. It's not me gatekeeping, as some people have said. It's not me being biased. It's my genuine, honest thoughts and my genuine, honest reaction. So yeah, if you're gonna call me a gatekeeper, me of all people, you're talking to the wrong person. There's plenty of gatekeepers in this fandom. I'm not one of them. And if you are even somewhat in the slightest familiar with my channel, with most of my content, you would very much know I'm not a gatekeeper. I despise season 6. I despise season 5 part 1. And I think season 1 is mediocre garbage. If Teen Wolf the movie was really that bad, I would tell you it's bad. It's not. So yeah, there's that. If you guys enjoyed my spoiler-free review, make sure you guys leave your comments down below. No spoilers. If I see spoilers, I'm deleting the chats and I'm gonna ban. A bunch of people have not gotten to see the film, and I would just like to respect those, respect those people's, their time until they can see it tomorrow. A lot of foreigners outside the U.S. haven't gotten to see it because it hasn't released in subsequent regions. But yeah, no spoilers in the chats. Keep it spoiler free, please, please, please. Keep it spoiler free. And yeah, spoiler review will be out tomorrow. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so that you never miss a future upload from me. I'm Jade. Make sure you guys have a great rest of your day or night whenever you're watching this. Enjoy the Teen Wolf movie. Please, please watch so we can get more. That's the only way we're gonna get Sequel is confirmed as if y'all watch. So I'm going to watch. You guys should definitely watch. And last little bit of word of contention before I leave. The movie does work without Styles, just as an FYI. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.